Hello everyone. Uh, in this session, we deals with the fifth unit, vector integration. We specially focused on the line integral, surface integral, volume integral, that is single, double, and triple integral, and also transformation between them, that is Green's theorem, Stokes theorem, divergence theorem. But before going to this vector integral part, we just recall all the basic formulas and properties of multiple integration. So firstly, for double integral. So first property, if limits are constant, shown here, x from a to b, y from c to d, so a, b, c, d are constant, then there is no priority. No priority in the sense we can integrate with respect to y first or x first, shown here. Second property, again limiting values are constant and function are written in the form of product, so f of x into f of y. Then property is take product of their separate integration, product of their separate integration. Then property number 3, if limiting value of y depends on x, shown in red color, then and x is constant limits, then integrate with respect to y first and then with respect to x. In same way, if x depends on y and y is constant, x depends on y and y is constant, then integrate with respect to x first and after that with respect to y. So these are basic properties to solve double integration. Then same property are applicable for triple integral. So property number 1, if all limits are constant, then there is no priority. We can integrate with respect to x first, y first, or z first. Second property, again limits are constant and function can be written in terms of product, f of x into f of y into f of z, then take product of their separate integration. And the last one, if limiting values of x are constant, y depends on x and z depends on xy. So z is most dependent, and therefore we integrate with respect to z first. Then y depends on x, so we integrate with respect to y, and then x is constant, so finally we integrate with respect to x. So in short, the most dependent function we have to integrate first. So these are properties related to triple integral. Next, some standard substitution in polar form. So for single integral over the circle, x square plus y square equals to a square. So we know that in single integral we have to convert this xy coordinates or xy variable in terms of theta only, keeping r as a constant. So we use substitution, x equals to a cos theta, y is equals to a sin theta. On differentiating, we get dx equals to minus a sin theta d theta, dy is equals to a cos theta. And by simple observation, we can say that everything converted in terms of theta, therefore the limiting values of theta actually depends on the region. If given circle is full circle, then limits are 0 to 2 pi. If it is half circle, semicircle, then limits are 0 to pi. And for first quadrant of the circle, limits are 0 to pi by 2. Or the ellipse, x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equals to 1. We use substitution, x equals to a cos theta, y is equals to b sin theta, and dx equals to minus a sin theta d theta, dy is equals to b cos theta d theta. With limits, theta changes from 0 to 2 pi for whole ellipse. For double integral, not double in the sense r and theta. So over the circle, x square plus y square equals to a square. Here radius also changes from 0 to a, and theta is obviously changes from 0 to 2 pi. So we use substitution, x equals to r cos theta, y is equals to r sin theta. And for double integral, the value of dx dy is r dr d theta. So that r represent Jacobian of polar coordinate, r cos theta, r sin theta. With limits, r changes from 0 to a and theta from 0 to 2 pi. Now over the ellipse, x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equals to 1. We use substitution. So it is same as this circle. but with multiple a and b. So x equals to a r cos theta, y is equals to b r sin theta, with dx dy is equals to a b r dr d theta, where that a b r is Jacobian for given substitution. With limits, r changes from 0 to 1, theta changes from 0 to pi by 2. So be careful, here limits are 0 to 1. Then for triple integral over the sphere, x square plus y square plus z square equals to a square. Here r, theta as well as phi changes. So we use spherical coordinates. So x equals to r sin theta cos phi, y is equals to r sin theta sin phi, and z equals to r cos theta are the spherical coordinates. And dx dy dz, we have to replace it by r square sin theta dr d theta d phi, where that r square sin theta shown in red color is Jacobian for spherical coordinates. With limits, r changes from 0 to a, theta from 0 to pi, and phi from 0 to 2 pi. Now over the ellipsoid, x square upon a square plus y square upon b square plus z square upon c square equals to 1. We use substitution. Again, same as the spherical coordinate with multiple ABC, that is x equals to a r sin theta cos phi, y is equals to b r sin theta sin phi, and z is equals to c r cos theta, with dx dy dz equals to abc r square sin theta dr d theta d phi, where abc r square sin theta is Jacobian for given substitutions. With limits, r ranges from 0 to 1, theta from 0 to pi, and phi from 0 to 2 pi. So these are standard substitution in terms of r, theta, and phi. Now the next important formulas are reduction formula. So first formula is for 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to n theta d theta. Here everything depends on this power. Everything depends on power. So if n is even, means power of sine is even, then even means multiple of 2. So we can easily find out pair for every number in that even numbers, and therefore formula is simply pairing into pi by 2. So pairing means start from 1 up to n, pair each and every number 1 by 2, 3 by 4, then so on, n minus 1 by n into pi by 2. So in simple words, if n is even, it is pairing into pi by 2, and for n is an odd number, then it is 1 into pairing, because it is not possible to pair odd numbers, so we take 1 outside and then pair the numbers. So it is 1 into pairing for odd. Same formula works for cos raised to n, no change. Then third formula, integral 0 to pi by 2, product of cos into sine, with cos, power of cosine is m, power of sine is n. Then formula is subtract odd numbers from both the powers. So m minus 1, m minus 3, so on, n minus 1, n minus 3, so on, divided by sum of powers minus even numbers. So m plus n minus 2, m plus n minus 4, so on, into p, where p is either pi by 2 if both powers are even, if these both powers are even, otherwise its value is 1. And we consider these brackets only as a positive brackets or non-zero brackets. Next, an important formula. Now in this powers of sine and cosine, if one of the power is 1, means for example cos power is 1 or sine power is 1, then the reduced form of that previous formula is 1 upon sum of their powers. So in simple words, integral 0 to pi by 2 cos theta into sine raised to n theta or cos raised to n theta into sine theta is 1 upon sum of their powers, means 1 plus n. Then next one. So if you observe carefully, all these formulas are applicable for 0 to pi by 2. So what about remaining interval, standard interval? So in interval 0 to pi, if power of cosine function is even, then we take 2 times integration in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Otherwise we take 0. And for sine function, no need to check power of sine, because we know that in 0 to pi by 2 sine function is positive function, while cos function is halfly positive and halfly negative. In interval 0 to 2 pi, we have to check power of both sine and cosine function. If both powers are even, then we take 4 times integral in the interval 0 to pi by 2, otherwise 0. Because we know that sine and cosine both functions are halfly positive and halfly negative in the interval 0 to pi by 2. For example, evaluate this integral 0 to 2 pi sine square theta into cos raised to 4 d theta, cos raised to 4 theta d theta. So firstly, here interval is 0 to 2 pi, means we cannot apply direct reduction formula over here. So we firstly check powers. So power of sine and cosine are even here, and therefore we can write 4 times 0 to pi by 2 sine square theta cos raised to 4 theta d theta. And since again both powers are even, by applying formula number 3, it is 4 as it is, power minus odd numbers. So 2 minus 1, which is positive, then 2 minus 3, so it is not yes, it is not positive number, so we leave that. Then 4 minus 1, 4 minus 3, next one is 4 minus 5, which is again negative, so stop. Then divided by sum of that powers, 4 plus 2, 6, then subtract even number from it, 6 minus 2, 6 minus 4, 6 minus 6, so 6 minus 6 becomes 0, and we consider only non-zero numbers, so stop at 6 minus 4 only, into both powers are even, therefore we consider pi by 2. So on simplifying, we get required integral is equals to pi by 8. Now second integral 0 to pi sine cube theta d theta. So here interval is 0 to pi, and we know that in 0 to pi interval we check power of cosine function only, means no need to check power of sine even though it is odd, and therefore we get 2 times 0 to pi by 2 sine cube theta d theta. And if power of sine is odd, then reduction formula is 1 into pairing, so 1 into 2 by 3. So that 2 outside as it is, 1 into 2 by 3, and therefore required answer is 4 by 3. So these are some important formulas and substitution which are required in vector integration. Now the next topic is line integral. So we actually start the vector integral now. So if f bar be any vector and c is the simple curve, then line integral of f bar over c is given by Li is equals to integral over c f bar dot dr bar, and we know how to take dot product of two vector. It is coefficient wise, I with I, j with j, k with k. If c is closed curve, suppose this c is closed, that is its starting point and end point is same, then this line integral is also called as circulation, and it is denoted by integral over closed curve c. So closed sign indicate here f bar dot dr bar. If f bar represent force, then line integral gives work done. So in simple words, line integral is nothing but integral over c f bar dot dr bar. This is first definition. It is also called as circulation if c is closed. It is also called as work done if f bar is force field. So these are different nomenclature of line integration. Now, based on the known things in given problem, we classify the line integral into following types. So for example, if equation of curve is known, then use that equation as a substitution. If equation of curve is known, then use that equation as a substitution. Type second, if equation of path or straight line is unknown. We know that it is path or straight line, but equation of that path is unknown, but 2 points on it are given. Then we observe that 2 points, if all the coordinates are changes, means like this x1 y1 z1 to x2 y2 z2, then we use 2-point formula, that is x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1 equals to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1 is equals to z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1 is equals to t, where t is parameter. So actually we convert all these x, y, z, three variables in terms of single parametric value t. In above condition means if equation of path is unknown but we have 2 points on it, but instead of all, only one coordinate get changed, then we use direct substitution. So instead of this 2-point formula, we use direct substitution. So what do you mean by direct substitution? If only one coordinate get changed, so that changing coordinate is the limit of that coordinate, and the constant coordinate gives substitution. We call it as direct substitution. Changing coordinates gives limits and constant coordinate is the substitution. Type number 4, it is specially reserved for circle or ellipse or part of that circle. So suppose given curve with circle x square plus y square equals to a square, then we use substitution. X equals to a cos theta, y is equals to a sin theta, because here we consider the line integral, means single integral, so we convert xy in terms of theta only. So dx is minus a sin theta d theta, dy is a cos theta d theta, and hence it is circle x square plus y square equals to a square. So for whole circle we take limits of theta from 0 to 2 pi, for semicircle 0 to pi, and for first quadrant of circle we take 0 to pi by 2. Now the line integral over ellipse x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equals to 1. We use substitution. X equals to a cos theta, y is equals to b sin theta. So instead of a sin theta we take b sin theta here. Dx equals to minus a sin theta d theta, dy is equals to b cos theta d theta, with limits of theta from 0 to 2 pi. Type number 5, now it is a little bit similar to type second. Equation of curve is unknown but 2 points are given on it. But be careful, in type 2 it is path or straight line whose equation is unknown, but here nature of curve is unknown, only 2 points are known. So if 2 points on curve are known but nature of curve is unknown, then we directly integrate it using given points as a limits of integration. So these are different types to calculate line integral. So we take one by one example on different types. So type first, example number 1, evaluate integral over c f bar dot dr bar for f bar is equals to xyi plus y square j over the straight line y is equals to 2x joining 0 0 to 1 2. So here equation of line is known, y is equals to 2x. So it is type number 1, and we use that equation as a substitution. So using definition of line integral over c f bar dot dr bar, we get x y dx plus y square dy, its integral over c, equation number 1. Now c is the straight line, y is equals to 2x, means here equation of curve is known, and if equation of curve is known we use it as a substitution. So we put y is equals to 2x, therefore dy becomes 2 times dx. Now observe carefully, in this equation we convert everything in terms of x, y in terms of x, and dy in terms of dx. Therefore we find limiting values of x, which is shown in red color, that is x changes from 0 to 1. So using all these values in equation 1, we get required line integral is x from 0 to 1, x into y, y is 2x dx, plus y square, that is 2 times x square into dy is 2 dx. So on simplifying we get integration over x from 0 to 1, 2x square plus 8x square dx, that is 10x square dx. So 10 as a constant outside, integration of x square is x cubed by 3 from 0 to 1. So it is 10 by 3. Then type 2, evaluate line integral for f bar is equals to x square I minus xyz j plus xz k over the straight line joining 0 0 0 to 1 2 3. So here nature of curve is known, straight line, it is given straight line, but equation of that straight line is unknown, and 2 points on that straight line is given, means it is type 2. So again we start with definition of line integral over c f bar dot dr bar, and therefore it is integral over c x square dx minus xyz dy plus xz square dz, integral over c, equation number 1. Now c is the straight line joining 0 0 0 to 1 2 3. So observe carefully, in the sphere 0 0 0 to 1 2 3, all the coordinate get changed. X changes from 0 to 1, y from 0 to 2, z from 0 to 3. and therefore we apply 2-point formula. So by 2-point formula, that is x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1 equals to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1 is equals to z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1 equals to t. So on substituting the values, we get x by 1 equals to t, that is x equals to t, y by 2 is equals to t, means y equals to 2t, and z by 3 is equals to t, means z is equals to 3t. So these are substitution in terms of t. Therefore dx is dt, dy is 2 dt, and dz is 3 dt. So we get everything in terms of t, so we calculate limiting values of t. But as we define here x equals to t, means limiting values of x and t are same. X changes from 0 to 1, and therefore t is also changes from 0 to 1. So using these values in equation 1, we get integration 0 to 1 t square dt minus t into 2t into 3t, x into y into z means t into 2t into 3t into dy is 2 dt plus x into z, that is t into 3t into dz, dz is 3 dt. So on simplifying, we get t square minus 12 t cube plus 9t square dt, or 10 t square minus 12 t cube dt. So integration of 10 t square is 10 as it is, t cube by 3 minus 12 as it is, t raised to 4 by 4 from 0 to 1. That is 10 by 3 minus 12 by 4 means 3. So 10 by 3 minus 3 is 1 by 3. So this is required line integral. Now type 3, evaluate line integral for f bar is equals to xyi plus yzj plus xzk over the path joining 0 0 0 to 0 0 1, then to 0 1 1, and finally to 1 1 1. So here nature of curve is known, it is path, and equation of path is unknown. So either type 2 or type 3 based on the given points. So observe carefully 0 0 0 to 0 1 1. So only z coordinate get change. 0 0 1 to 0 1 1, only y get change, and 0 1 1 to 1 1 1, only x coordinate get change. So in any pair only one coordinate get change, so we apply direct substitution. So we start with f bar, then apply the formula of line integral, that is integral OC f bar dot dr bar, that is xy dx plus yz dy plus xz dz, equation 1. Then substitute the values of c, but here c is unknown. C is path joining 0 0 0 to 0 0 1. Just for our understanding, we denote 0 0 0 as O point origin, 0 0 1 as A, then 0 1 1 as B, and 1 1 1 as C. Therefore we have 3 line segment, O to A, then A to B, then B to C, and therefore equation 1 can be written as integral over O to A plus integral over A to B plus integral over B to C, that is I1 plus I2 plus I3, first integral plus second integral plus third integral, equation 2nd. So we separately calculate it. So for I1, that is path joining O to A, 0 0 0 to 0 0 1. So observe carefully, only z coordinate get changed, shown in red color, and x and y are constantly 0 in both the points. Therefore we apply direct substitution here. So what do you mean by direct substitution? The constant coordinate are the substitution. So x equals to 0, y equals to 0 is substitution, and z changes from 0 to 1, so it is limit. So since x is 0, dx is also 0, dy is also 0, and limits z tends to 1. So therefore equation 1 becomes integration over z from 0 to 1 of 0 dz, means I1 is 0. Similarly for I2 path AB joining 0 0 1 to 0 1 1. So again same logic, only y get changed 0 to 1, x is constantly 0, z is constantly 1. So these are substitution, x equals to 0, z equals to 1, implies that dx dz both are 0 and limiting values are 0 to 1 for y. Therefore equation 1 becomes integration y from 0 to 1 of y dy, which is y square by 2 from 0 to 1, which is 1 by 2. So value of I2 is 1 by 2. Similarly we can calculate for I3, that is path BC, 0 1 1 to 1 1 1. So here only x get changed and y and z are 1. Therefore we use direct substitution. Y equals to 1, z equals to 1 are substitution. So dy becomes 0, dz becomes 0, and limiting value is x from 0 to 1. Therefore equation 1 becomes integration x from 0 to 1 x dx only, which is x square by 2 from 0 to 1, so it is half. So substitute all these values in equation second in I1 plus I2 plus I3. So we get 0 plus half plus half. So line integral is 1. Now type number 4, find work done by the force. Work done means again a line integral. Force F bar is equals to x square y cube I plus y square z cube j plus z square x cube k. Once around the circle, x square plus y square equals to 1. So here we have to find line integral or work done around the circle. So here path is circular and therefore we use standard substitution to evaluate this line integral. So it is type number 4. So we start with F bar, which is x square y cube I plus y square z cube j plus z square x cube k. And we know that work done means line integral is integral over closed curve C F bar dot dr bar. And here C is circle, therefore we use substitution. X is equals to a cos theta, radius is 1, so 1 cos theta. Y is equals to a sin theta, again 1 sin theta. And this x square plus y square equals to 1, it is circle on xy plane, therefore z is 0. There next differentiating this, dx is minus sin theta d theta, dy is equals to cos theta d theta, and dz is 0. So substituting all these values with limit of theta 0 to 2 pi in equation 1, we get w is equals to, that is work done equals to integral from 0 to 2 pi cos theta square into sin theta cube into minus sin theta d theta plus 0 plus 0, because in second term there is z and in last term we have dz. So both terms are 0, so second and third terms are 0. So on simplifying we get minus times integration 0 to 2 pi sin raised to 4 theta into cos square theta d theta. So observe carefully, we cannot apply a reduction formula here because limiting values are 0 to 2 pi. So firstly we check powers. Power of sine is 4 and power of cosine is 2. So both powers are even, therefore we can write that integral as 4 times. So minus as it is 4 into integral 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to 4 theta cos square theta d theta. Now since integral limits of integral are 0 to pi by 2, we can apply reduction formula. So applying reduction formula, minus 4 as it is, first power is 4, so subtract odd number from it, 4 minus 1, 4 minus 3, stop, because these are positive brackets only. Next 2 minus 1, 2 minus 3 is negative, so stop at 2 minus 1 only, divided by their sum is 6, so 6 minus even number, 6 minus 2, 6 minus 4, stop, because next number is 6 minus 6 into pi by 2, because both are even. And therefore on simplifying we get work done, required work done W is equals to minus pi by 8. Next type number 5, find work done by the force. F bar is equals to x square minus yzi plus y square minus xzj plus z square minus xyk, which moves the particle from 1 1 1 to 3 5 minus 7. So it is again an important problem because here given that particle moves from one point to another point, but nature of curve is unknown. So even though 2 points are known, we cannot apply 2-point formula because here nature is unknown. Whether it is straight line or path or circle, it is unknown. So what we do? So firstly we show that given vector f bar is irrotational or conservative. What do you mean by conservative vector? It is path independent. So if given vector is path independent, we can integrate that vector directly and we use given point as a limiting values. So firstly we show that it is irrotational, path independent. So for irrotational vectors we have to show curl of f bar, that is del cross f bar, should be 0. So del cross f bar means determinant with first row ijk, second row dabba by dabba x, dabba by dabba y, dabba by dabba z, and third row coefficient of ijk in f bar, x square minus yz, y square minus xz, and z square minus xy. So On simplifying, we get I in bracket derivative of z square minus xy with respect to y is minus x. Derivative of y square minus xz with respect to z is minus x again. So minus minus plus x. Similarly for coefficient of j and similarly for coefficient of k. We get curl of f bar is equals to 0 bar. And curl of f bar is 0 means given vector is irrotational or conservative, means it is path independent. So we can integrate that over any curve. So we start with the definition of work done, integral over c f bar dot dr bar. We substitute all the values, f bar dot dr bar, so it is first bracket into dx, second into dy, third into dz. Now directly evaluate this integral. So when we evaluate single integral over three variables, we use the formula. When we integrate first one, then y and z are second and third are constant, plus when we integrate second one, the first is constant, that is x is last one is constant, that is z is constant, and the x is free. And for last integration with respect to z, both x and y are free because that x and y are already done. So first bracket is x square minus yz, its integration with respect to x is x cube by 3 minus xyz. Then second bracket, it is free from x, shown in red color. So free from x means second term get cancelled, only think about y square. So integration of y square is y cube by 3, and last term it is free from xy, so again xy get cancelled, integration of z square is z cube by 3, from 1 1 1 to 3 5 minus 7. So substitute upper limit 3 5 minus 7, so which gives red bracket 27 by 3 plus 105 plus 125 by 3 minus 343 by 3, minus for lower limit we replace xyz by 111, so which is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1, means it is 1 minus 1, that is 0. So lower value is 0. Now on simplifying this value, we get required work done is equals to 124 by 3. So this is about line integral.